Hi and welcome, I'm Perry from Recharge Renewable. So here we are down in lovely Banwell, just around the corner from the famous castle that sits on top of the hill. We've had a client recommend us over to this client. They've come to us and said, look Perry, we'd love some battery backup. We want the whole home to be able to be backed up. We don't just want a portion of our home, being they've got offices into the garden and large. We have a client that's had 40 panels put in their field along with two 7 kilowatt inverters. So here we are down at the field where they got 40 panels spread across some Renosol trays. The owner was telling us that actually there were some roofers that turned up to install these panels, wouldn't have had the right qualifications or the competency or exposure to really be able to install them correctly. These panels and the way that they're spread out, much to desire for the mind. I certainly wouldn't have been doing it in this style. I think the ground wasn't quite prepared enough, nor was the design of where they've been placed quite good enough. So I'll take you through, I'll show you some of the bits that I feel are terrible, especially for our industry. As you can see, this cable in here is atrocious. It's just literally sat on here. I mean, look, it's just amongst all the stones and the weeds. There's no protection onto any of this. No protection, no enclosement, and they're simply just scattered through. And then at this point, they are simply scattered. So if I put my fingers down here, we have live DC cables just amongst all the overgrowth. These have been in for about 7 years, and the cabling doesn't get any better as we see through. So really, there should all be in some containment, some nice tray. Wouldn't have taken a whole lot more work, but as you can see, they are just thrown all the way through. So here we have the two inverters. So these are 6,000 watt inverters, and there's two of them, both on different phases. And of course these come all the way down from the field, around about 100 meters away, and the cabling much to be desired. It's when you find installations and you're taking them apart, right? So we've had a three-phase install. We've got a three-phase meter down in this area. We're going to come up to another board. We've got a load of EPS going into this place, but just open up this original it's got an original Solar Edge board in here. Have a look at this bad boy. Oh, I think that one is crispy. Oh dear, oh dear. That's why it's important to make sure you use a reputable installer like us. But the install itself is not actually too bad. They've got two inverters over here, but however, having a loose connection, that could fail into a fire pretty quickly, so you've got to be careful. We've come in and implemented a three-phase system. So we have taken the three-phase head they've got coming in. We have taken the supply cable over to their fuse board, turned that into a three-phase 9-way board with 3 batteries totaling 17 kilowatts of storage and a X3 15 kilowatt Solax AC coupled inverter. Effectively, that allows us to measure when the house is in a plus consumption or it's in a demand situation, and equally the batteries will either charge or discharge depending on the demand and the sun that's shining on the panels down at the bottom of the field. On this installation, what we've had to do is take the 2 string inverters and put them prior to the home battery backup system, ensuring that when there is a power cut, these 2 turn off, and that isolates those, and then we can just bring our own power. So here behind me we have the X3 mate box. This is the whole home battery protection backup from Solex. This has the main supply coming in to the bottom of it, and we have the feed going out to the fuse board to my right hand side. We have a 15 kilowatt X3 hybrid inverter above me, and we have the batteries below. Now the client wanted to add some batteries, but they wanted the whole house to have battery backup, purely because we're out in the sticks a little bit. They have lots of power cuts and they wanted the protection from that. So in order to balance the house, make sure that we can draw as much power out as we needed, we decided to turn the house into 3-phase, so effectively we can draw a lot more out of these batteries and store it as well. So over here is their main incomer cupboard. So we have the 2 isolators that feed PV1 and PV2. In this cupboard to my right hand side we have a DB1, and this is feeding all of the supplies out to both the home and DB2. At the moment we are replicating a failed power system, so the whole house is on battery backup. We fit probably 90% of our installations of Solex into the 10-year warranty, in line with any other premium product out there on the market. So for us, we really like working with their products. It's a little bit tricky to get the cable in, so we've had to go through the property with the main incomer to our new system. So as we take it down underneath, we have simply gone underneath, up and into the system. So here we are, we've replaced all of the internals, we've taken it all out and put a new one in, and to the client's satisfaction, the humming noise has gone. So yeah, we couldn't ask for a better result on that front. So here we are, we have the whole house on battery backup at the moment, really fast changeover and reaction times, and even better, it's almost silent on this side. There's a very low humming noise from the contactor holding in, but nothing you would be disruptive if it was around you in your home.